Masters and esteemed guests. Good morning.
Good morning.
Online. So, what is this?
Good morning.
Hi. Yes. Bird songs are the sound. Bird songs are the sound that touches the soul. We will remember a man whose life reminds us about what communication and passion can achieve. Dr. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali, the Birdman of India. He is not only a legendary ornithologist, but also an extraordinary communicator. His persuasive words and stories, he inspired generations to love, care, and protect nature. And he once said, bird songs are the sound that touches the soul. And my dear friends, communication too has a power to touch the heart, still the emotions and spark action. Right? So, why I am talking about a birdman of India here? Because Dr. Salim Ali unknowingly lived the 3 golden rules of Toastmasters. He lived every single day. What is the rules? Rule number 1, know your audience. And second, know your material. And third, know your passion. That's why he is totally relevant to this class. And now it is time as a sergeant at arms. I welcome you all to the Invictus Toastmaster Club, and this is meeting number 544. Meeting number is 544. Now it is time to remind the core values, the mission of Toastmasters, and the housekeeping rules. The core values of Toastmasters are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And the mission of Toastmasters is to provide a positive and supportive learning environment to its members to develop their communication and leadership skills. Right? And now it is time to learn, listen, and remember and follow the housekeeping rules, because it is necessary to keep our meeting smooth, benevolent, positive, energetic, and truly cathartic. So, rule number 1, we all are Toastmasters. We never discuss topics like sex, politics, and religion. And this is a hybrid meeting. So, if we join online, we must add PM, TM, guest, or whatever role we are playing before our name for easy identification. And my dear online friends, please mute your mic if you are not speaking to avoid unnecessary distractions. And next point, we all have one smart, beautiful friend, sometime in pocket, sometime in purse. Please keep it on silent mode. Next point, this is very important, though we already are following this rule, but as a sergeant at arms, I have to remind. Please refrain from speaking if someone is here delivering their speech or explaining any role. Last point, if you have any technical problem, please feel free to contact our tech master or host of the meeting. And now it is time to welcome our ever smiling and ever inspiring presiding officer, luminescent soul of our Invictus Toastmasters Club. And just like festivals brings happiness, she brings wisdom, warmth, and unity to her. So please welcome, please give a huge round of applause, festive applause to none other than Toastmaster Dr. Sangeet. So nice to see everyone looking so pretty. And I can see Shraddha also have dolled up. And everyone, and Satyendra even in ethnic wear. It's so good to see everyone. And yes, this is the 543rd meeting. 543rd. Yeah. No, that's not right. Yeah. So, welcome to the 543rd meeting of our Invictus Toastmasters Club. I just want to ask one question. What does festival mean to you? Please start with yourself, Bhavan. Celebration, togetherness. And what about you, Satendra? What does festival mean to you?
I think connecting with people, often in the busy schedule of our lives, we often forget to connect with people. So festival give us this time to really connect with them and, share our happiness together.
Yes, it's true. Like whenever we hear, it's all about connection. Festival was never about celebrating with strangers. It was always about reuniting. And today we are reuniting for games. Are you all excited? Because we'll
Yes.
not waste any more time and start with the fun-filled games so that you all enjoy, and then we come to the prepared speeches and the rest of the meeting, the full ones. You all are excited for fun-filled games?
Yes.
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 What about online members? You can shout here.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So let's start with, I'll share my screen with you. Shraddha, could you share the PPTs that I shared with you? So this game is all about finding the phrase through emojis. Yes, not all of us are Gen Zs, but we have to find out whether we actually understand the emojis or not. We'll start with in person first, and then we'll go with the online people. And I need a marker so that I can. Yeah. We'll see who wins, whether it's online people or people here in front of me. Change the slide. You have to guess the phrase in 45 seconds. The first one. This is the first one. Shraddha,
Yes.
can you hear?
Yeah. This is the first one. Yes.
Okay. I thought I changed the first one. I guess there is another one because I prepared this slide and I remember it's the first. It's not the first one. It's the second one.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. People sitting here in front of me. Yeah, please. Okay. The in-person gets 1 point. Make it a 10. It will be easy to calculate. Okay, for offline people, Shraddha, could you share the second one?
This is the second one.
Yeah, you have got 45 seconds. I've set the countdown.
The
Yes.
early bird gets the worm. The early bird gets the worm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Little difficult, but you got it. Yes.
It was difficult, but there are easy as well. So, Shraddha, could you change the slide?
Yeah.
And this is for in person. Yeah. Right. I didn't have to start the timer. Okay, the fourth slide. Yeah, for online people.
Firework.
Fireworks. Toastmaster Jagdish said.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Firework.
No, it has to be a phrase. It's an idiom.
Okay.
You have 15 seconds left.
Playing with fire. Like-
You have 5 seconds.
Playing with fire, like taking risks.
It's strike while the iron is hot. Next slide for people in person. It's very funny, but very easy as well. Sorry? No? Yes, yes. It's Kiss the Frog. Okay, next slide for online people. It's very easy. It's the easiest actually.
That creates the pressure now.
And I so wanted to
Break
give
the
one.
ice. Break
Huh?
the ice.
Sorry, Anmol, we can't hear you.
I said break the ice. Can you hear me?
Break the ice. Toastmaster
It's
Anmol
break
said
the
break the
ice.
ice.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
Next slide for in person. Yes. Okay. The next slide for online people.
Hold your
For
horses.
online people.
Hold the horses.
Yeah.
And yes, offline people, you can make them confused. You can just shout, confuse them.
Tushit, Toastmaster Tushit has already answered. Toastmaster
Any answer?
Tushit has already answered Toastmaster Sangeeta.
I couldn't hear. Please, could you share it again?
Hold your horses.
Yeah. The last question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why have I shared 9? Okay, this is for everyone. Whoever will shout the first will get the point. Yeah, shut up, shout.
Rising star, no.
No, it has to be a phrase or an idiom.
Yep.
Anyone? Why we are here? Very close. It's actually a phrase that has to be in few words, not a long sentence. This is very clear.
Star performer.
Sorry?
Star performer. Rising star.
Anmol, I think so. It's not clear.
I said
Could you
star
please say
performer.
He's saying star performer.
It is related to that. And the 45 seconds are over, by the way. Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars.
Yeah. And no one gets the points. But yeah, in person people, they are winning. So they are on 40 and online people are on 30.
Close.
And with this game, I hope you all liked it. I guess it was very studious kind of game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Now, what can you expect from me? Well, we do have other fun games, but then it was a starter where we can start our game. Anyone is talking? Okay, no one. Let's start our Toastmasters meeting
which has 3 sections. First, prepared speeches. Then my favorite sections. Anyone can say what is my favorite section? Speeches. Yes, impromptu speeches, the table topics. And the third is evaluation. I don't like it. It's very scary. Therefore, we'll start with the first section. But before that, we want to introduce our general evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak. And please give him an applause because he's here right here with us.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Good morning. Online friends, how are you?
All good.
All
How are
good,
you?
yeah. Good morning.
You look great.
That's nice. So it's festival time, and I'm very excited that many people have come dressed in ethnic. Some of them are not here. I think maybe next time you can come in ethnic wear. But I really admire people's enthusiasm when people say that let's dress something which is Indian. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was an English person who visited India, and I asked you to why we celebrate Diwali. I went to Ayodhya. I brought the prasad from there. I distributed it among my team. There was a foreigner. So I asked, "Can you take it?" So what is this? Because they were not aware of prasad and all that. So this is from Ayodhya. There's a temple there. Have you heard about Ram Mandir temple, Ayodhya? And she was woman. So she's woman. So she said, "No, I've never heard of." So I think we need to make people, the entire world, aware about our rich culture. And each and every one of us has a role to play on that. Can you please? Wrong timing. I should have kept it in silent. All right. So my favorite festival is Diwali. How many of you like Diwali? Okay, good. And Diwali brings lights. It brings a unique message to each and every one of us that we are here to share the light. Light means knowledge. And today, Toastmaster Sangeeta shared great list of phrases with us in the form of games. So as a result, we learned something new. I learned something new. So I'm sure you all enjoyed that. And we are here to learn from each other. That's where journal evaluator role comes into picture to help us observe what we did well is where we can improve. And I have a team of tap team, which will, along with the listener, to help me evaluate the entire meeting. Like Diwali, where we spread light, the evaluation section is where we spread the light of knowledge. Okay. And I would like to first call upon the timer. I guess it's Toastmaster Ashima, if I'm not wrong. So, is she in person? Okay, so let's move to the R counter. Toastmaster Shraddha, can you come on the stage? And can you please keep your camera a little far? We cannot see you dressed. I can see your earrings, you're dressed so well. So we would like to see your whole face and upper part of the body because you are only able to see this part. Can you keep the camera?
I thought I'd trick you all by wearing these earrings and just trick
Oh,
you all
it's
that I
oh my god.
am actually in ethnic. Just kidding, I am.
Shraddha is intelligent, very
All right.
intelligent. Okay, Shraddha, what do you for introducing your role?
Right. Thank you, General Evaluator. I am the R counter for today. And as an R counter, I will make sure that I note down all the ums, rs, and filler words that you used in your conversation. We tend to say, so, and some words which we keep repeating. I'll take that and I'll share the report towards the end of the meeting when General Evaluator calls upon me. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Let's you become the top to Shraddha. So let's bring our next role player, which is the grammarian. And Toastmaster Aman is the grammarian of the day. Let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Aman.
Hello everyone, I am the grammarian for today's meeting. My role is to listen to each and everyone carefully and note down the good uses of grammar and also not so good uses of grammar. I will be presenting my report towards the end. And we also have the word of the day, which is a very beautiful word, I would say, catharsis. It's a noun, which means the feeling that we get, the relief feeling that we get after expressing ourselves in arts. And through art, generally it could be drama or speech or expression now. So one example I would like to give of this word of the day is after giving my icebreaker, there was a deep sense of catharsis. So I would really encourage all of you to use the word of the day and encourage others. And when the speakers uses this word, we'll be encouraging him or her by showing thumbs up. Over to the general public.
Thank you, Professor. And I really like the word of the day has been written here for people online. It's been pasted here as also written here, and I believe if someone can paste it in the chat as well for everyone. So yeah, it's a wonderful word, catharsis. I have never heard of this until today or day before when I saw Toastmaster someone post. So when I went to Ayodhya, I felt a surge of catharsis in me about the rich culture our Indians have. So yeah, that's my experience about catharsis. Okay. All right, now next role player. Who is the next role player? Listener. So Toastmaster Jagdish.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank you.
over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. So hello everyone. So like we all dress well to celebrate the occasions and different festivals, right? So it's important to listen to the speeches to celebrate speakers' thoughts, ideas, and his yeah, and his efforts, right? So I am Jagdish Goswami, acting as a active listener for today's speech. I'll be listening to each and everything said during this meeting, and based on that, I'll be writing out down some questions and then ask those questions at the end of the meeting to check everyone's listening skills. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Back to
Thank you, Toastmaster Jagdish.
Deepak.
All the best for your role. Okay, so we are yet awaiting Toastmaster Shima the timer. Is she in? Can someone take the role of the timer? On her behalf?
I can do that.
Yeah, Anmol, would you like to introduce your role then?
Sure.
Yeah, let's give a
Okay.
big round of applause to Toastmaster.
Hello, everyone. Well, at a first glance, I must say that all of you are looking very beautiful. I miss being in person, and I hope to join very soon. Coming on to my role as the timer for this meeting, I will be
Your
responsible
voice
for
is very
starting.
low. I'm not able to hear Toastmaster Anmol. Can
Not
you
to
be a little
be-
closer to the mic? Please.
Just give me 1 second. Hold on. Is it fine now? Better?
Yeah, better. We switched off the fan as well, so it's much better. Thank you.
Okay. So coming on to my role as the timer for this meeting, I will be responsible for monitoring every speaker's timing, be it the table topic speaker, be it the prepared speeches. So prepared speakers, please note that the standard time for a particular speech is between 5 to 7 minutes, whereas for the icebreaker speeches, it is between 4 to 6 minutes. Table topics are restricted between 1 to 2 minutes, so you have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute to a maximum of 2 minutes. You do have a grace period of 30 seconds, but please try to be in time and respect everyone. I will be presenting my report when called upon by the general evaluator towards the end of the meeting. And back to you.
Thank you,
All
Toastmaster
orange
Anmol.
Toastmaster Deepak.
Thank you. Let's give a bit of. It's very rare. Whenever people who take leadership role, I feel a surge of catharsis in me because it always inspires me that there are people who can lead by example. Toastmaster Anmol has led by example today. So thank you, Toastmaster Anmol. Now I would hand back the stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Thank you.
Do you know when we start anything new, what we do? So I have got sweets for everyone here. I would love to distribute. And then we will introduce our guests and the new members here today. But before that, it's sweet. And for online people, I would want you to have 2 2 or 3 bites of sugar. You can have a spoonful of sugar or anything. Have something sweet actually, because it's a festive vibe and everything has to start sweet. First, I'll share with you on offline.
Like you are leaving people online. How?
No, they are panicking. We have it.
Okay, how? Thank you.
They're home.
That's it. We talk to Sangeeta.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
And now it's time for our guests and new member introduction. For guests, I would want you to come here, and if you can, it would be very good if you can use our word of the day, make a sentence, and say what changed your life. It's cathartic, right? We want to hear what changes you have had in your life. Just in one sentence would be enough. So I would want to call the first guest, please.
I'm Rajendra Kaur, and I was here last week. So I'm looking forward to join this club. And the reason I'm here is because I want to improve my leadership skills and, of course, the public speaking skills. I would like to use the word of the day that it passes. The moment she went out of the house that limited her potential, she felt a sense of catharsis. Thank you.
That was amazing, Rajendra, because I thought when guests come here, they talk about themselves, what they do, but who they are, what changed them, we don't know. So the word of the day is such a wonderful opportunity to know about you more closely. So I would want to invite our another guest, please, Nirupa.
Basically, I'm from Hyderabad. So actually, because of my busy schedule, I didn't see the word of gathering. So I can't frame it now. Let me tell you about anything I can
Yeah, it is a moment which changed your life.
get a relief after that. The moment what believe, the moment something that you enjoy when you say. Generally, basically, I'm from law background. So if I see any provision of law, I mean, which will give task to a brain that we have to think over it and it will give a different result. So I'll tell you, can I say, this is for the first time I have seen one provision that there's a one case. In that case, what will happen here is that the grandson he killed his grandfather only because to get that property. Normally, law will say that the legal case will inherit the property. If you go by the principle, they are encouraging that killing someone is it's a good thing. I mean, is getting benefit out of his bad activity. It should not be the law. For the first time, when I think in LLB first year, then I realized that okay, we need to have some analytical skills and to see that how really the world going. At that time, I'm very interested. I was very interested in the law and I want to develop it. Presently, I'm an advocate. I have to develop the communication skills. For me, that's the biggest task. Once it is, then I go forward. Thank you.
Jira and I'm here for the first time. So I had a sense of catharsis a decade ago when I went to volunteer with the patients, kids who had cancer. So that was the time I realized there are other people in this world who are undergoing a lot of pain and suffering. So maybe we can look at the brighter side and realize how privileged we are compared to them.
Thank you so much. I didn't catch your name.
Manjeera.
Manjeera. Okay. Thank you, Manjeera, for sharing. We would want to shift our focus to online people. So we have Mukesh. Yes, Mukesh, could you just come up on stage and have an introductory session? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I
We
can
have,
hear, but voice
okay.
is breaking for me. I don't know whether it's happening for everybody or for me only.
We can hear you properly.
Yeah. So actually, I just need to tell about the catharsis, or I didn't hear actually properly what I would say. So I'll say like it's about purification or cleansing or maybe and sharing our emotions. So we in our lifetime also, or maybe in every day, we go through these kind of things. Like we have lot of problems, lot of mistakes we do. We have a lot of uh, uh, what I'll say is like we do a lot of mistakes, so we should go through the process of catharsis to improve ourselves, to get better, and also like the life is, we do a lot of mistakes in our lives. So by following this process of catharsis, we can just come out clean, and maybe will get better day by day. So that's I want to do, and I am in my actually speaking skill and also stage fear. So I want to express my emotions. So I would be expressing my feelings more freely. So that's also feel after doing all these meetings and these process of uh,
I think so we have lost the connection with Mukesh. I would want to introduce to our two new members. One member. Shraddha, could you confirm how many members, how many new members are there online?
It's Toastmaster Jagdish and Toastmaster
And
Satyendra.
Toastmaster Satyendra, right? Yeah, we have
actually
two.
something happened and meeting just disconnected. Got disconnected.
Thank you, Mukesh, for sharing your
Yeah,
journey.
I was
would
saying
want
that
to- yeah.
by the following this process, I'll want to improve myself, and then by following this process, I can get better. And so this would be my process, process of catharsis, and I want to achieve that. So with the help of your this Toastmaster meeting.
Thank you, Mukesh. We have again lost the connection. Toastmaster Jagdish, could you give your introduction, please? So he's
Yeah,
our new member.
sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. So hello everyone. I am Jagdish. I was a part of Toastmaster uh, 3-4 years ago, but then COVID happened, and then I couldn't continue. But I thought of joining it again, but due to my PG schedule, I couldn't join again. But now that I have joined it, I feel the sense of catharsis that I'm again a part of Toastmaster, again continuing that journey of learning the public speaking and improving the communication and maybe learning from everyone here in the meeting. Yep. Thank you. Looking forward for a
Thank you.
great journey, learning journey. Yep. Thank you.
Let's have Toastmaster Satyendra as well. Toastmaster Satyendra, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Sangeeta. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I agree with all of us who have spoken before me in terms of what is catharsis and how it is kind of how they have experienced this sense of catharsis in their lives. And so I agree, there are different vent outs or ways people can have, sense of catharsis. And for me personally, it has been different ways. So I'm recently learning guitar. So that is also one of the ways where I kind of express my feelings in terms of, whatever bit and pieces I can sing, and I can also, start strumming. So that is one way. The other one is, exercising. So a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts keep coming into your mind. But when you do exercise, you kind of get away from them and you focus on something. So kind of expressing your best version, not to get indulged in the sea of a lot of thoughts, which is not uplifting to you. So that's it. So I agree with Mukesh and everybody. We in life we have so many things. I think the weaknesses and vulnerabilities and mistakes. So we all come learn from them, and we have this sense of catharsis in our lives. So that is yeah, that is my experience. Thank you.
Thank you. And without any further ado, let's start the meeting. And you have your first speaker standing here. And before that, I would want my evaluator to come forward and tell the objective of my speech. Toastmaster Tushit.
So evaluation is the first step for improvement. So good morning, everyone. I am TM Tushit. I would be evaluating TM Sangeeta. The pathway being presentation mastery level 2, project number 3. The speech objective is the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. And title is Change Your Angle. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Was it audible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
You are audible, but you have a very low voice. We can hear it very slow.
So should I guess I should repeat.
Now is it all right? Yeah, please. Could you repeat?
Bring the mic closer.
Yeah.
Details of the speech, the pathway being presentation mastery, level 2, project number 3. The speech objective being the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. Title being Change Your Angle.
Toastmaster Tushar. Have you heard my title? Okay, I'll just share it and then timer you can start. My title is Change Your Angle. Toastmaster Sangeeta, change your angle, change your angle, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Is it clear? Now timer can start. I have sent an image in the guest group. Could you please check it, everyone? Yeah. Can you read anything? If you see from the first glance, nothing is clear. But if you change the angle, make it vertical or horizontal in a different way, the word, the message becomes clear. I'll just show it. Right like this. Make your phone horizontal or vertical and see it in a different angle. It would be clear. Therefore, you have to change your angle sometimes. I will share my cathartic moment back in Bangalore in 2014. One evening, I was walking on the terrace, but something strange happened. I was a master's student back then, again, master's. In Bangalore, you know how it is difficult for students. It's not kind to the student's pocket. I thought I will earn money and not take any help from my parents. I was doing everything that I could without one thing. Finding a job. I was in master's. How will I find a job? Therefore, I see the most easiest thing. I know most easiest doesn't go together. But if I say most easiest, it has to be praying. I prayed for a miracle. Not working, but I prayed. And you know what? Miracles come disguised as interruptions. Did you know that? I was walking on the terrace again. Suddenly, a lady came up and she smiled. Now, being an introvert, I lost all my thrill. I was staying at the top floor to avoid people. But now, I have to smile. Hello, I am the new tenant. And she was very friendly. I was so happy. But I got the courage to speak and I said, I want students to teach. Her face lit up. And she said, I have 2 students. And they are my children. I thought, 2 children means more income. But suddenly, her face was crestfallen. She became dim. And she said, one of them is dyslexic. In my mind, I was like, how much money I could earn. But again, there was another challenge. The flashback of the movie Tare Zameen Par just flashed here in front of me and I took the challenge. The first day I went, I taught her, I thought I did a wonderful job. But nothing happened. For 4 straight months, she failed. I tried everything I could. Starting from drawings, jokes, taking her outside, everything, but nothing worked. And I thought I will lose the hope. But the only thing that happened was I needed to change my angle. I called her younger sibling and said, disturb your sister whenever she is in deep focus. And he just went to her and slapped her. She suddenly slapped him back. And I said, yes, this is the Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And I found my way. It was one such moment, I thought, this is how I need to change my angle. And I thought of making her teach heat and mass transfer. She didn't understand anything. She didn't understand anything. And I scolded her, by the way. I said, it's enough. I cannot teach you anymore. You are self-loathing, self-pitying yourself every time. No one is making you outcast. You are making yourself an outcast. And she got very angry. She just said, Didi, fine, come tomorrow. I said, okay, I will. And then what happened the next day when I was coming from my college and she said, Didi, please come here. I just went and said, what happened? She said, you are my student. I am your teacher today. And she taught me heat and mass transfer the best way I could ever hear. That was the day she changed her angle and started doing something different for herself. And if I tell you her journey, she was invited by NASA. She never needed tuitions ever again. Till I was there, I taught her. I was not her coach, I became her mentor. And just a few days back, when she called me saying, you know what, Didi? I am pursuing my second master's. Very soon I'll jump to my PhD. That dyslexic girl. She became my teacher and she taught me 3 things. First, passion. Yes, growth takes time. But do you know, if you plant a seed, it won't bloom in a day? Second, determination. The fire within you must burn so strong than the fire that has the fear in it. Therefore, the fire within you should burn more brightly than the fear outside you. And third, consistency. Yes, you cannot take a long leap always, but you have to walk smaller steps every single day. Dear friends, if you think life is unfair or you get blurry at times, you just need to change your view. Change your angle. Thank you. Toastmaster people, I didn't forget for the feedback. No more amnesia. Please give feedback for me in the guest room. And you have 60 seconds for that.
In the meanwhile, can the host give me screen sharing permissions? I need it for the timer purpose.
The host is Toastmaster Shraddha.
Anmol, can you share your screen now?
Yep, got it.
I still have 4 minutes. I think I have 4 minutes. Right now, it's bigger than 4. Okay, now let's start with our second speech. But before that, we'll call the evaluator. So our speaker is Toastmaster Bhavani and her evaluator is Toastmaster Anuj. Let's welcome Toastmaster Anuj.
Am I visible?
Yes.
She was born and brought up in the city that never sleeps, Mumbai. Then life took her on a journey to a small, peaceful village in Kerala. Her first job took her to Chennai. And after marriage, she landed in Delhi, where she has now completed 17 years of adventurous survival through traffic, winter fog, and everything in between. She described herself as a jittery lady, often underconfident, and says she is famous for blacking out or fogging out. Every time she faces a crowd or even talking to her superiors. But she is here to Toastmasters to improve her confidence and learn the art of public speaking, which she believes is the survival art of the society. Her pathway is leadership development, level 1, project 3. The purpose of a speech is practice using vocal variety and body language to enhance our speech. Our speech title of my orator is defined by dosa, refined by sizzlers. Your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you. My fellow Toastmaster and guest, please welcome Toastmaster Bhavani. I welcome all the guests. Over to you.
So let's call our speaker. Toastmaster Bhavani, with a wonderful topic. And yes, we'll all be hungry now. Toastmaster Bhavani. Defined by Tosa, defined by Susa.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my esteemed guests.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, you might be thinking, I need to start with a small question. How many of you come here from a middle class household? How many of you grew in a middle class household? Great. Now, how many of you have had moments when you go to a social event or a networking event and you feel totally out of place? How many? That feeling, that tremor within you, that you don't belong here, is exactly what I will talk about today. I grew up in a middle class Orthodox. As a child, the only restaurant that I went was when I went for my vacations to Kerala. I visited this beautiful temple called Guruvayur. And honestly speaking, my main motive was never prayers. It was always crispy, golden masala dosa eating outside the temple. I never had the guts to tell my parents. It was always a secret. Now, years later, my son, history repeats. Here, history repeats. My son, even before he goes to a temple, he'll be like, Mama, after this, we'll have masala dosa, vada, and paramburi. Now, paramburi is banana fritters. That's how history repeats. I never had the guts to tell my parents, and he has the audacity to tell it, with all his courage. I can't do anything but smile because I can see my traits in him. Now let's rewind back to my first job. I have never been to a high-end restaurant until one day on a trip to Mumbai, my station manager invited me and my friend for a dinner. It was the first time going to a fancy restaurant. That dim-lit restaurant with fork, knife, and a tablecloth in between. The ambience itself made me nervous. And then the menu comes. And my station manager says, their sizzlers are the best. You should try it. My friend, she quickly went through the menu and said, chicken sizzler. And she looks at me. Wait for me. What the word sizzler meant. I had never had a sizzler in my life. The platter arrives sounding like an angry dragon. The smoke is billowing. The plate is hissing. And I'm sitting there sweating. I don't know whether the smoke from the sizzler made me sweat or the thought of how should I eat this. And she was a pro. She knew how to eat. So, what did I do? I just mimicked her moves. I saw how she was cutting the chicken. I tried my best. I felt like running away from there, but I sat there fighting a battle with my fork and my knife. And that day I realized people like us, some people are fortunate. Their parents teach them table manners, dining etiquettes, and the untold rules of the society. And some people like us who come from a modest background, we always learn at the hard way. Whether it is trial, error, and a good amount of sweating. Learning never stops. Moving ahead. Today, I go to a lot of networking events, but I still feel out of place. My friends, they are very good at networking. For instance, I don't drink alcohol, and most of my friends, after a drink or two, their networking skills come out. I can see them laughing and connecting effortlessly when I am standing there, sipping my glass of juice and thinking, when will I ever be a pro? But that's how learning is. That's how learning works. You can never get comfortable unless you do a lot of it. And whether it is a Toastmasters platform like this or a networking event, you practice, you practice. And in that practice, there is this catharsis moment. When you show up, you feel that awkwardness, but you learn. And as a great author once said, Albert Einstein, the world as we created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. So my friends, I have decided to change my thinking because by changing my thinking, I can define the person I will be tomorrow. And that cathartic movement, when I'm able to speak with confidence, that moment when I can share the sizzler, chat, and interact with confidence. That's
Wow, it was such a wow speech. And I was stuck in Guruvayur eating Param Puri. I love it, and it's been a decade I had it. And let's have a feedback for our speaker as well. So it's for 60 seconds. Everyone has given that feedback, right? Yes. Okay. Now let's move on to our third speaker, and it's his ice-breaking speech. And we are very excited to hear him. But before that, any guesses? Who is the speaker for the ice-breaking speech? Yes, definitely we have it in the agenda. So before calling him on stage, I would love to call Toastmaster Tajinder to share his pathway and project. Toastmaster Tajinder, are you here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, President. So I am going to evaluate Toastmaster Lakshya Gidra. The pathway is dynamic leadership, and this is his label one, project one, and this is his icebreaker speech. Okay, so timer, please note down his timing is 4 to 6 minutes. I have to request each and everybody, including offline participant, to give him standing ovation because this is the first step he has taken for his Toastmaster journey. So this will change his total perspective to become a Toastmaster. Okay, so this is my request to each and everyone here. And over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tajinder. We would call Toastmaster Laksh here. And Toastmaster Laksh, please. Toastmaster, yeah. Okay, yeah. Shraddha, okay. I'll just send you one slide. Could you just present it? And actually, I've shared it to Aman, but I'll share it with you as well. Shraddha, I've sent it.
Okay. It's downloading. Give me just a minute.
Yeah. Till the time, I just want to say, I just asked him yesterday how he was doing, and he was under the weather. And kudos to him for not backing off. Thank you so much. You really need to talk.
Should I start sharing the screen, Laksh?
Yes, you can share it, and I'll introduce. Toastmaster Laksh. Why? What happened? What happened, Toastmaster Laksh? Yes.
Good morning, Reverend Father Principal, teachers, non-teaching staff, and my fellow Bosconians. This is Laksh Gidra, Prefect of Don Bosco School, Siliguri for the golden year 2023-24. You guys must be thinking, what is Laksh even saying? Did he land up in the wrong auditorium? Well, let me tell you, I haven't lost my way. This was my go-to introduction every time I stood on stage back in school. But that was 2 years ago. A lot has happened since then, and actually even before that. And if I had to pick a benchmark in my life, I would say that the ending of class 12 was the benchmark for my life. I would start, every story begins somewhere. Mine doesn't begin in Delhi. It begins in a small but vibrant town called Siliguri in West Bengal, a place where dreams are bigger than a city itself. Coming from a Marwadi business family, I grew up watching my dad sacrifice his academic dreams to support my grandfather's business. And that's the reason why he has always pushed me and my elder brother to focus on our studies, to pursue our dreams, and leave no room for regrets. Being the younger son in the family, I have been pampered by my parents endlessly, but they have always reminded me that humility can make you win the world. It was in class 5 when I decided that I wanted to be the prefect, aka head boy of Don Bosco School, Siliguri. Toastmaster Anuj would know what place the Don Bosco School holds back in the town of Siliguri. From then on, I kept my marks on point, followed discipline, but most importantly, tried to lead with humility. Fast forward to class 12, I achieved that childhood dream. The universe truly blessed me because I didn't just become the head boy, but I became the head boy during the golden jubilee year of the school. It felt like everything had come full circle. As you can see, I had hosted events, delivered speeches in front of crowds of 4,000 to 5,000 people. I participated in everything, be it cultural events, be it academics, I was there. Let me tell you, Siliguri had 3 convent schools in which I studied Don Bosco and 2 all-girls school too. And somehow my name managed to echo from the corridors of those girls' school too. And honestly, what more a teenage boy could wish for? I had earned recognition, I had earned fame. सब कुछ इतना मीठा मीठा सा क्यों लग रहा है स्टोरी में, है ना? Why so sweetness? Where's the masala? Where's the salt? What happened after that? Why? What happened? When I shifted from Siliguri to Delhi after getting an admission into Hansraj College, I got my first reality check. I was surrounded by people, by brilliant people across the country. Joining college societies made me realize that people had so much talent. People of my age were speaking with so much confidence, so much fluency that I started doubting myself. Amidst adjusting to a new city, a new PG, and new people, I started falling behind. The boy once known as the best boy came to be known as the nervous boy. Meanwhile, my parents always thought that law would be a great fit for me because they believed that I enjoyed theory, I had leadership, but I grew up idolizing my elder brother who is in finance. I don't know how many of you have seen that reel about the tall, dark, handsome finance guy. I wanted to be that, but early. How many of you have seen the famous law drama Suits? Good, good. Because if you haven't, you can just imagine a really confident lawyer in a sharp suit. And that's when I had my Harvey Specter moment. I thought maybe, just maybe, law is the true path for me. And if all goes well, I hope to graduate from Hansraj College and then pursue a corporate law degree from London, United Kingdom. And if my life was so far a Bollywood movie, I would say that my life before the benchmark was the part where the hero meets the girl, woos her, and the violins start playing in the background. But my life after the benchmark is the part where the father of the girl enters and then proves that the boy is not good enough for his daughter. But we all know that's where the real story begins. Because a true hero never gives up. Which brings me here to Toastmasters to regain that lost confidence, to transform this nervous boy into someone who can stand tall again and also experience a little catharsis along the way. And I have realized that life is not always about being the best, but to be brave enough to grow in the room. And as I stand here today, I do not promise perfection, but I do promise progress. Thank you. It has been a pleasure.
Let's have a 60-second feedback for the icebreaker speech.
Think back as per the data. We're running behind them.
Toastmaster Anmol. Before Toastmaster Anmol shows the green flag, I could see from his eyes. Okay, so moving on to our next speaker, Toastmaster Visal. But before that, we will ask Toastmaster Shraddha, who is her evaluator, to give some points regarding her pathway. Toastmaster Shraddha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. My target speaker is Toastmaster Risal. Her pathway is presentation mastery. Level 1, project number 2. Her speech objective is a speech with a purpose and present it in a constructive fashion. And timer, please note the duration of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shraddha. Toastmaster Risal. Sort it out, Toastmaster Risal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Could you please confirm if you can hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Also, please excuse the background construction noise that is unavoidable. I will try my best to be as loud and clear as possible. Raise your hand if you have a multi-spice organizer at home, the one where turmeric, cumin, coriander, and chili powder each have their own compartments, or if you can sort out your dals, pulses, and other cereals. Okay, now how many of us separate our clothes while doing laundry into whites, colors, lint giving, and lint taking clothes? Wonderful. We all do it, right? So here's my next question. How many of us sort our waste at home? Interesting. I'm sure the number is relatively smaller than the previous two questions. Only 20% of the waste is processed and 80% goes to the landfill simply because it was not segregated. When we separate every other thing in our life, why not our waste? We often associate waste with something filthy, a stinky nuisance we want to get rid of as soon as possible. But did you know that waste only becomes garbage when it's just mixed? When it's segregated, it becomes a resource, something that can yield you money. That smell we associate with waste, it actually comes from the biodegradable wet waste partially decomposing when it's mixed with plastics and other materials. I'm sure many of you are aware of this. But if we kept them apart, and the smell would never exist. The biodegradable would go for composting and the recyclables would be processed and recycled. Segregation is not very complicated as it seems to us. Primarily, there are mainly three types. Wet waste, which includes biodegradable, food scraps, vegetable peels, any kitchen waste. When composted, it becomes rich organic fertilizer, which can be sold at competitive prices. Dry waste includes clean and dry recyclables, paper, plastic containers, and cardboard, but it must be clean and dry. For example, if you're ordering something online and you understand that the box is dry waste, but is it clean and dry yet? You can take one step ahead and just clean it in plain water and toss it into the dry waste bin. Next comes the sanitary waste, which includes sanitary napkins, medical waste, diapers. These have to be carefully treated because they need to be safely incinerated. So separating them makes a lot of difference. Now, of course, let's not forget the e-waste, old batteries, chargers, electronics. They are toxic and need to be handled over to authorized recyclers. The content may not be so much on a daily basis, so you can stack it up over a month or a couple of months, even over a year, and then hand it over to somebody authorized. But I want to ask one question, that how many of you have visited Mount Vikas? Or have you ever heard of Mount Vikas? It is also known as the Ghazipur landfill. It is as tall as 20-story building and it is continuously growing as we speak now. And It's infamous for catching fire every year, especially in the summers, releasing toxic fumes and making the air around it hazardous. And in Delhi, we are already quite popular for the bad air. That's where our unsegregated waste ends up, dumped, burnt, and forgotten. But let me tell you this, the story doesn't end here. There are thousands of people, often from lower socioeconomic backgrounds, who earn their living from this waste recycling. When we don't segregate, waste pickers are the ones who are forced to handle mixed waste, who will be separating the filth with their bare hands without any protective or safety gear. By simply separating our waste, what we do is we give dignity to their labor. We make their lives a little more safer, a little more humane. So the next time you are sorting out things, we can take a moment to sort our waste too. You will feel cathartic, which means cleansing and purifying, literally and figuratively, because once you know that where your waste goes and your mind is also kind of clear. Because segregation at source at home is not just about cleanliness, it's also about respect for environment, respect for the people who handle our waste. And even if none of the above bothers you, I'm sure we care about the health of ourselves and our loved ones because it is very much dependent on the normal existing of our environment. Let's not throw things away frantically. Let's sort it out. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rasal. It was wonderful, and it started with an inspiring speech. Then it went into cathartic moment, and now we are pondering what we are supposed to do. So let's have a feedback for her as well in the guest. Toastmaster Shraddha, could you share the poll link as well?
Yeah, I'll share it on the guest.
Yeah. So please vote for the best speaker as well. And just give a thumbs up if you have voted. Has everyone voted?
Sorry, I didn't get where is it? Where is the link?
Shraddha, could you send in the guest group?
Have I not shared it?
No, you have shared in the yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Toastmaster Aman is sharing in these.
Toastmaster Sangeeta, I've shared it on the guest group itself. Use that link,
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
not the one.
We can see it now. Yes. Okay. Online members, have you voted? Okay. So you have one more option to go ahead. So I'll start. This is where I'll ask a riddle. It's riddle maniac. So I'll ask the riddle to the online members first. It would be an easy this time, I promise. Time to go ahead. And then I'll ask people in person as well. So for you, I have lakes, mountains with no stone, and cities with no buildings. What am I? For online members. I'll repeat, I have lakes with no water, mountains with no stone, and cities with no building. What am I?
Metaverse.
I'll give you a hint. We all used to tell our parents we need this at 9:30 p.m. when all the stores were closed.
Political map.
Yes, maps. Thanks, Toastmaster. Okay, I'll write it until I. Oh. Okay, for people in person, time to get stronger. Oh no, this is very easy. I have a neck, but no head. 2 arms, but no hands. What am I? I have a neck, but no head. 2 arms, but no hands.
T-shirt.
Yes. Okay, now we can start with our table topics, and let's call Toastmaster Shri, who is our table topics master. Toastmaster.
So, hello friends, once again. So I am a table topic master today, and timer, please note down. Time is for my table topic speaker is 1 to 2 minutes. You have to show green color in 1 minute, yellow color in 1.5 minutes, and red card in 2 minutes. And please give 30 seconds of grace period to my speaker so that they can wrap up gracefully. And you can show red card again in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And for this, I have crafted some questions on the theme of festive spirit, and I will call one experienced member from this class first, and second I will call one experienced member from the online platform, and then anyone can come here. And my Toastmaster of the day instructed me to ask only three questions. So I will ask only 3 questions. So who wants to come first from here? Toastmaster Ajay, please. So, I once joined a kite flying competition and my kite got stuck on the neighbor's tree. So, my question is for Toastmaster Ajay is, what festival activities do you enjoy the most?
Festival. When you talk about the kite, I remember a story actually. Once I was flying kite on the roof, then what happened? The kite got stuck somewhere, so we just jumped out. So what happened? There was a wire, electricity wire, one room to another room. That was broken. Yeah. So what I did, I saw already my uncle that how to join the wire over that. So we actually, I just tied it. So then my mom, so I just tried to check actually if my mom is coming, she's gonna bleed actually very much. So what happened? I just turned, switched on. Okay, that's what happened. At the same time, my mother just landed there. Mother, what she's gonna do? Okay, come here. I will make you fly the kite. And then she took a broom and started, hitting me really well. That's actually the story happened. Okay. So this is something that reminded that something that after he gave me. But the question is not still ended. The question was, what actually the festivals, the activities do I enjoy the most? Yes, I remember the time when my friends used to take each other. Remember the holy festival. The manager of the bank casually walking in the streets wearing the underwear. Red color face. You can't even Shuklaji, where are you? The bank manager. Good post. You can see these kind of people very down to earth. I would say very much down to earth. So this is what actually happening. So that's it.
Who wants to come next from online platform? Experience Toastmaster. First to come. Please. Anyone who wants to come?
Since we're short on time, I think we can go with anyone, just not just a particular. So I can see guest Satyendra. Oh, sorry, Toastmaster Satyendra.
Toastmaster Satyendra. Toastmaster Satyendra. Okay.
Yeah,
please.
thank you. Sorry, okay.
I will help my friends cook biryani for the first time. It was so spicy that even the neighbors got tears. My question is for Toastmaster Satyendra is, have you ever cooked or tried something new during a festival?
Yeah, wow. Very good, apt question for me. Yeah, thank you so much. So recently we had this Sharad Purnima, and what so happened is that my wife was not here. She was in, in her mother's house, and I was alone in my house. And, every year we celebrate this festival very gracefully. And this was first for me, and I was just missing my entire family, my daughter, my wife, everybody. And then I thought that why am I kind of limiting myself and not, celebrating it alone and then showing it to them as well, that we are still celebrating it, and the distance doesn't matter. So that's when the idea came. I can, go for cooking and make kheer on this auspicious day. So I did not cook biryani, but yeah, definitely kheer, and it was lovely. I poured my heart and soul with a lot of sugar in it, and it turned out to be, very delicious. Even I gave it to my best friend, and he really liked it. And it so happened that my boss also joined in the lunchtime, and everybody kind of praised me. And I mean, this was the first time I made something which was, on the sweeter side, and it turned out well. So then I kind of, I had this moment of catharsis as well, because many times we hold ourselves, but when we give it a chance, it turns out well. So definitely, looking forward to such scenarios whenever, we have in life. We should go out full and make it happen. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
Festivals are the bridges connecting hearts across the world. So, who wants to come next? From here or there? Okay.
Yes, President.
Okay, one rainy day, we made a hukalam, flower rangoli, but the wind kept blowing the petals to the neighbor's house. My question is for guest Rajendra is, how do you keep your festive spirit alive when things don't go as planned?
All right. Keep your spirit align or hide when things don't go your way. See, it happens many times when we are not in our color, we are not happy from the side, but it's festival time. And sometimes, yes, you are right, and we are not ready. We don't feel like getting ready, but then guests are there. So we have to put that smile on, and we have to keep our house clean, and we have to entertain our guests. But entertaining the guest means you have to talk. And when you're not feeling good from within, how would you talk? Well, I'm blessed enough to have two very beautiful, I would say two very confident person in my house, like my husband and my son. Both of them can talk anytime to anyone. And they are really entertaining. So I really escape from that situation, sometimes going to the kitchen or something, getting something done for the guests, and they are my saviors. So this is how I get away when I am not in my real element, I would say. But festive time usually set my very goal. So yesterday when I got the message that we have to dress up in festive things, it did make my face. So I'm dressed up today. So how am I feeling from within? It doesn't matter because I feel whenever I see my own face, I feel I'm looking good. That makes me happy. So I think this is also one of the way. If we want to feel good, we should make ourselves look good. So whenever we see ourselves on the mirror or whenever the onlookers that they see us, they express in a certain way. They give us pleasing smile because we are sending that energy, that vibration. So I think this is also one of the way where we can make the things right when things don't go our way. Thank you.
Whatever the circumstance, you have to be smiling face. You have to be always smiling. Such a wonderful. Thank you. This is all from my side.
And without wasting any more time, let's start with our evaluation, the third section, the most scary section, but now no more. We are gonna learn something new. So I'll call Toastmaster Deepa, general evaluator, who will share his opinions.
Thank you. All right. So can we launch the table topics speaker polls, please, before I kick off? If it is ready. Toastmaster Shraddha, is it ready
Yes,
for launch?
Mr. Deepak, I have
Yeah, can
already
you launch
sent it
that?
on the.
Yeah, please vote if you like. It's important to vote because it helps for people to feel encouraged who have performed well and also sets the bar for others. Okay, timer, please give a green card once 30 seconds are over. 30 seconds. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And I can see people are still cheered up, and it takes a lot of courage to sustain all the listening. But I see a lot of interesting learnings that have been shared. That has been the reason I would say for that smile on the faces that I can see. And yeah, whenever I see people learn something new or share something new, I feel a moment of catharsis. And I cannot stop using that word because I can see that word here everywhere. So thanks to the grammarian. All right. So coming to the evaluation, general evaluation section. So we will evaluate. We are running 10 minutes above the agenda, but we'll try to be as concise or precise and punchy. So my guideline to all the evaluators: be concise, punchy, stick to 2 to 3 minutes, don't go beyond, and use the CRC approach. So let's start with the evaluator 1 for the first speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Tushit to share his evaluation. Toastmaster Tushit, the stage is yours.
Good morning, everyone. So I would be evaluating TM Sangeeta. So the energy, the expression, the gesture, and the voice modulation was very apt according to your story. Especially when you were mentioning about your tuition classes when you were doing MA. I really liked that point, the storytelling, introducing yourself as a front FPV view. It was like a short film that was telling about your whole journey. Also, like special mention to the hand gestures. I really like that way when you expressed that two people more money and you were doing like this. That was like very good. Like it stick to my mind that you were talking about a particular incident. And to be honest, not only your speech was good, but how you were presenting it according to like using your hands, using your body language, the to and fro motion, the rapid movements, the pace of your voice was increasing, the pace of your voice was decreasing. That thing actually like put me into the story, and I feel that my short attention span couldn't last. Like I was hooked to your story, I was hooked to your speech. Also, like your body language was expressive, like it was very expressive. Also, generally what happens that for our online members, when we are actually seeing you online, generally like people go out of the frame, though you didn't do it. You were like you were in the frame only, and your hands were clear and everything was very clear. Though I felt that some instant was that ki when you were like mentioning a story, your pace was very high. Like for example, when you were talking about the NASA incident that she was in NASA, still you taught, you actually like took your pace very fast. But again, it was very genuine for the way for the story you were telling. So yeah, thank you.
Let's call upon the stage our second evaluator, which is for our speaker two, Toastmaster Bhavani, and for it we have Toastmaster Anuj. Toastmaster Anuj, please.
For the title, you will get 10 out of 10. How many of you agree? It was so interesting. Your speech has beautiful stories. It was like movie. Your speech has started with a question, which is a very good part, which actually engages the audience. We can see a small Toastmaster Bhavani going to Guruvayur temple for crispy dosa. After so many years, you find yourself in your son. The second study, the trip to Mumbai, dinner in a fancy restaurant, never had a sizzlers, the smokes, sitting sweating. It was wonderful. As the objective of the speech is using vocal variety and body language. Your speech has so many instances where you will have a chance to use more vocal variety and body language. You can use your voice while telling a story of your love of having masala dosa, the insecurity of not knowing the uses of forks and knives. You can act of your friends having two drinks. Though you have used a props, the main part is you are not visible to the online audience. Next time, be sure you have a contact with the online audience also. Your speech was well written, has personal story. Your speech has innocence, and it was so true. It made me nostalgic. It was my catharsis. I remember when I was a child, I went to a fancy restaurant also with my 15 years old cousin brother. We ordered only chicken curry due to our budget. Last but not the least, your speech has a lesson that never forget. Your past saves you, but doesn't define you. Thank you, Dr. Rawat.
Right. Let's call upon our next evaluator for our speaker three, Toastmaster Lakshya, and next evaluator is Toastmaster Tajinder. Stage is yours.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me, sir? Can
Yes,
anybody
you are.
confirm? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Lakshya from small town of Siliguri, where dreams was much more bigger than city itself. Excellent speech. You are a superstar already. The way you given speech, it doesn't look that it is your first speech. You are very, very confident speaker. I must tell you that this. Coming to recommendation, please give little pause in between speech, like when you are talking about question, about when you talk about drama, where your brother have participated. How many of you have seen the drama? So if you are asking question, please at least give 5 second pause. People will think about it. Okay, maybe you will be continuing, but please give 5 minutes if you are asking question. And second very important thing is your words and your hand should match. When you're talking about something, you're talking about something, you are comparing, but you are talking about something different. At last, you are in right auditorium. You can do wonders, I must say. You can do wonders. Please take more and more role plays. So don't doubt yourself. As you told that you have a doubt in yourself, you are already superstar. As per your promise, you will be not be perfection, but it will be more progress. But I must say that when you do this with perfection, and definitely you can get more and more progress in your life. Thank you, and over to you.
Moving on to the next evaluator. So, speaker 4 was Toastmaster Vishal, and for evaluating Toastmaster Vishal, we have Toastmaster Shraddha. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Deepak. How many of you sort your masalas? How many of you sort your clothes before washing? My target speaker started by asking these much relatable questions, and then she suddenly moved on to this thought-provoking question. How many of you segregate your wastes? What a great start to make people think about what they do in their day-to-day lives about these problems. My target speaker also delivered a content which had a lot of information. It had a lot of ways to how to segregate wastes and all of that. So it was completely informative for whoever to listen. She also added a bit of voice modulation when she was mentioning that, have you seen that pile of waste as tall as 20-floor building? That was completely thought-provoking yet again. And the voice modulation she included made it sound more impactful. However, my target speaker can work on her pace. The delivery speed was very fast for the audience to grasp so much information that she was providing. Also, there is a lot of scope of voice modulation even more. Although she was adding, but is a lot of scope. Like when she was saying, if the waste is not dried, you can take it and separate it. So it makes people understand that there are steps to be followed. Take it, dry it, and separate it. So it creates a long-lasting impact. Also, I would suggest her to include more of pointers. She was mentioning that there are dry waste, there are electronic waste. So it's always a good practice to say that there are 3 kinds of waste. Number 1, dry waste. Number 2, so people would be able to remember what are the different wastes she was talking about. I would like to comment that she used the word of the day in this speech. She also, her voice was very clear, and she used grammar such as she used the word frantically. She used good vocabulary. She also talked about segregation. She also gave a very good message that segregation is not about cleanliness, but just about cleanliness, but respect for earth and for those who take care of it. And she again ended the message with the plan of action for the people to take going forward. All in all, I would challenge my speaker to work on her content and share it in a structured, pointed format, and also work on her pace, because her content is powerful and it has a lot of message. So it can create a lot of message impact if she works on those things. All the best for your upcoming speeches, and you have cleared your objective. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Now coming to the polls. So can we have the polls for the best evaluator people?
Yeah, I'll just share.
Timer, please give me green or red card, whichever is your favorite one. 30 seconds.
Shared on the
Thank you. Now coming to the next. As per the agenda, we have our auxiliary role player report now. So I will call the timer at the end so that we can get the auxiliary role report for the timing report for the auxiliary role player as well. So our first auxiliary role player is the R counter. R counter is Toastmaster Shraddha. Toastmaster Shraddha, over you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa. All right, I would like to share my screen. Just a minute. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible to all.
Yes.
Yeah, so the speakers, Toastmaster Sangeeta, Toastmaster Laksh, Risal were flawless. Toastmaster Bhavani was using long pauses. And for Toastmaster Anuj used less than 5 times. Toastmaster Tushit used again less than 5 times, and he was including, he can also include some pauses in between. Toastmaster Anmol was flawless. Toastmaster Shireen used less than 5 times, and Toastmaster Satyendra used and less than 5 times. Toastmaster Ajay used and so less than 5 times. Guest Rajinder and Lakshman used less than 5 times. That's it from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster Deepa.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Right. Coming to our next auxiliary role player, we have the grammarian. The grammarian is Toastmaster Amar.
General Evaluator. Yesterday, when I was thinking about the word of the day after Toastmaster Sangeeta message in the group, so I was a bit skeptical if many people will be using it or not. But trust me, I have a lot of catharsis that it was used for overwhelming number of times. And here's my report. So Toastmaster Shireen used it once, the word of the day. Toastmaster Deepak used it twice. Toastmaster Sangeeta used it again twice. Guest Rajinder Kaur used it once. Then guest Mangira used it once. Then we had another guest who used it once. Guest Mukesh used it twice. Toastmaster Jagdish used it once. Toastmaster Satyendra, he used it for the most number of times, that was 4. And Toastmaster Anuj used it once. Toastmaster Bhavani used it twice. And Toastmaster Laksh used it once. And also Toastmaster Risal in her speech used it, which was again highlighted by her evaluator. So now coming to some of the areas where we went grammatically incorrect. So one was that one of the speakers said she is here to Toastmaster. I felt that it was wrong because it should have been maybe unless the speaker was trying to personify Toastmaster as a person and not place, but it is a Toastmaster is a club, it is a physical place, so it should have been she is here in Toastmaster. Another was show red card in 2 minutes 30 seconds. It should have been show red card at 2 minutes 30 seconds. One of the speakers said, I will make you flying the kite. Instead, it should have been, I will make you fly the kite. And another speaker said, you finds yourself, which was incorrect. It should have been, you found yourself. So some of the really good uses of word that I found during the meeting are by Tenet, lit up, crestfallen, which means sad, dyslexic, self-loathing, which means dislike, outcast, which means boycotted. Toastmaster, Anil used some few good words like fogging out, which means zone out. Toastmaster Bhavani used very good words like audacity, ambience, etiquette, untold rules or unsaid rules. Toastmaster Laksh used very good words like it's a phrase actually I would say benchmark for my life. Some of the other good words were vibrant town. Another phrase was leave no rooms, and one was reality check that I really liked. Then his one phrase was stand tall again. That also I really liked. So Toastmaster research used few good words like incinerated, which means to come and completely destroy something by burning. Some other few words were infamous, humane, filthy, stinky. And it was really nice to see people using different words. So it shows that we have rich vocabulary, I would say. And we are running short on time. So thank you. Thank you.
Let's call upon listener. I am conscious we are at 1:23. We have 7 minutes and we have journal evaluator role as well as the closing remarks. So let's be precise. Listener, if you can restrict to 3 to 4 questions, not more than that. Over to the listener, Toastmaster Jagdish.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. So it was a great meeting with a lot of good speeches. So I have few questions which I have noted down. So I'll not waste much time. So the first question is for Toastmaster Sangeeta's speech, right? What are the 3 things which Toastmaster Sangeeta learned from the dyslexic girl? There are 3 things which Toastmaster Sangeeta learned. Anyone?
What to say?
Anyone? I'm not able to hear. I mean,
Number one, absolutely. Number two, confidence. Number three, yes,
okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there is, but yeah. But the correct answer is passion, determination, and consistency. So yeah. Anyways, the second question is for the Toastmaster Bhavani. What motivated her to visit the temple in Kerala? Yeah, some crispy dosa, correct. Okay. The third question for speaker Laksh. What was Toastmaster Laksh's dream in class 5th? In which class he achieved it? What was his dream in class? Yes.
In class 12, maybe?
Yes, correct. According to Toastmaster Rishal, how can we make the life of people who pick up the garbage easier? How can we make the life of people who pick up the garbage easier? How can we make their life easier? Yeah, correct. By segregating the waste. maybe the last question, um, I'll say, maybe, yeah. Which city did Toastmaster Sangeeta did her masters, according to her speech?
Yeah,
Bangalore.
Toastmaster.
Bangalore. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's all from my end. So thank you so much, everyone.
Can we have the polls for the best auxiliary role player in posted? Oh, timer is reported. Oh, sorry. I am actually in hurry. Sorry, I missed. Thank you for reminding me. Toastmaster Anmol, can you please share your timer report?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak. Let me share my screen. Okay, I hope you guys can see my screen. A quick thumbs up if you can. Okay, so I'll start with the prepared speeches. So we had our first speaker, Toastmaster Sangeeta, with the speaking time of 6 minutes and 57 seconds, which was within the time limit. Toastmaster Laksh, with a speech time requirement of 4 to 6 minutes, he came in at 5 minutes and 41 seconds, well within the time limit. Toastmaster Risal took 5 minutes and 50 seconds, again well within the time limits. And for the topper of our prepared speeches for today, we had Toastmaster Bhavani, who took slightly more time, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. But I'm not going to lie, I think it was one of the greatest speeches that I've ever heard in a long time. Next, coming over to table topics, we had only 3 speakers, which I'm pretty sad to see. We had Toastmaster Ajay with 1 minute and 43 seconds, Toastmaster Satyender with 2 minutes, and guest Rajender with 2 minutes and 29 seconds. All the speakers were within the time limit. And just a very small advice to the host or the team mod of the day. If we are running behind the specified agenda, I would say that instead of targeting one particular section, like we trim table topics to almost none, in my opinion, just 3, I would say divide the impact. Let's say for table topics and evaluation and the all other sections that are subsequent to that. Last but not the least, for the evaluations, we had Toastmaster Tushit, Toastmaster Anush, Toastmaster Tejender, Toastmaster Shraddha. All were well within the time limit. And with that, I come to an end of my timer's report. And before I go, I just want to wish each and every one of you a very happy Diwali. I wish you get all the success and all the positivity in your life. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Deepak.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anmol. We now have the voting for auxiliary role player posted in the get group. Timer, I would request you if you can let us know by 30 seconds when it is over, we will proceed to the next part. Okay, all right, we're done. We are at 1:30. It's time for the meeting to end. So I will give you 2 options. One is I continue to speak for 5 more minutes, and then we had the adjournment and we'll extend the meeting by 10 minutes. The other option is I skip this my section. I will give my report on WhatsApp so that everyone knows which one. What on the option one? Option one. Okay. What about online people? Are you okay to extend for 10 minutes?
Yes.
Train is slightly delayed. We'll make it. We'll improve going forward. It's starting around the meeting timing. Yes. So thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta, for letting me know that it started at kicked off the meeting, and it started 11:31. Although my train was running late, I joined 10 minutes late. But we kicked off, and that's leading by example. the show must continue. Train wait for no passenger, it moves. If the passenger reaches late, train leaves. So yes, we have to be on time. Time is money. That's what I have learned in my 15 years of work experience. Nobody will value you if you don't value their time. That's why I asked your permission before I started. So one learning is always be on time, and if you are not on time, try to inform the host that whatever the XYZ situation, people can have different situation that I'm running. That's a good leadership practice. Okay. So starting with the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day had very engaging games, and I really learned a lot of things. Those Toastmaster Sangeeta for taking us through so many good learnings and also asking riddles. So it made the entire meeting fun. And I really enjoyed and learned something new. I'm sure each one of you have learned something new from the games and learning she shared. Few suggestions for improvement. Number one is always have an introduction for the speaker. So imagine if one speaker is called upon without any introduction, they just come up and just start speaking. And thing two is the speaker gets a well introduction that what is their background, where are they from, and what they have done till now. It actually transform the power to that speaker. And whenever someone comes, they have the power, the image that has been created because of their introduction. The audience listens. So always have an introduction. I do follow that, even if one line, like what that person has done till now. That's a good way so that is one learning. Another learning which we can all learn from is always stick to the agenda. We have a reason why we have shared the agenda. Even if things go out of hand, the role of the Toastmaster of the day is to ensure we stick, like at least we try to meet the agenda time. So that way we don't overrun. So each one of you will get an opportunity to be the Toastmaster of the day at some point of time. You might be new, you might be pro, you might be at medium level. So learning is try to stick to the agenda. That is something which will help us be on track, and it will help everyone. And it is a skill, leadership skill, key, one of the key skills of being on time. An agenda is there for a reason. Okay. And I give kudos to Toastmaster Visha, who shared the agenda, despite she is not here. So that's let's give a big round of applause. Well done, Toastmaster Visha. Now coming to the next part, which is shaking hands. I observed that Toastmaster today was shaking hands, but some of them people were new. So it's a good practice to tell that in advance that whenever you come on stage or leave the stage, always have shake of hands. That's a good practice transition. You're actually transferring the power to the speaker via shake of hands. Some people might not prefer having a shake hand, they might prefer a namaskara. That's a good thing. But then it's a good way to welcome someone on the stage and give power to that person. So that is another learning for everyone. Moving on to timer, give me the green card at 3 minutes. Okay. Moving on to the first evaluate. Okay, not first evaluator, table topic master. Let's give the big roles first. So table topic master, Toastmaster Shireen did a fantastic job in terms of restricting her time limit, given she observed, or maybe she was pointed out that we need to restrict our table topic session time because we are learning late. So that's a good kudos. We adapt as leaders. We adapt to the situation. We don't be stubborn. We are flexible. It's a good practice to be flexible. That's well done. Well done on that, Toastmaster Shireen. Again, few things I really like about Toastmaster Shireen's table topic. She introduced experienced person to come and deliver a speech. That set the bar for people who are new to Toastmasters. So again, good work there. Third thing I really liked about Toastmaster Shireen was summarize the key takeaway from the person. who spoke before. So that's another good trait of a speaker to, because it gives a feeling of respect to the speaker that the person has listened to. That's another good point of improvement. So I thought that I have noted it down. I don't have any. Well done. Okay. So moving on to the evaluations now. The first evaluator, Toastmaster Tushit. So Toastmaster Tushit did a fantastic job again on introducing the objectives at the start. Then he mentioned about the good things that were observed by him during the speech. Few suggestions in terms of improvement for Toastmaster Tushit is stick to the objective. You might like, and also I have observed, so this is in general for everyone. Use instead of using you. I could see Toastmaster, I will come to you, but then he was addressing you to Bhavani. There were other people in the room. So if they were feeling left out. So it's a good practice to address the speaker by name. The Toastmaster Sangeeta did a fantastic job. So instead of you, why not call out the speaker name? Or I could see my target speaker. To personalize it, call out the speaker name. I am not sure how are we doing on time. So if I can get the, I assume I have overrun. So I think so. Now Toastmaster, next evaluator is Toastmaster. I have given you the point of improvement, but fantastic job on highlighting the good point of the speaker, asking questions, how many of you, and 10 out of 10. Those were the things that actually made me as a listener feel encouraged. So I can see as a evaluator, the duty is to feel the speaker, make the speaker feel encouraged. So that's good. Instead of you, why not call by name? Bhavani. Okay, that's the learning for everyone. Coming on to Toastmaster Laksh, evaluator Toastmaster Rajendra. Again, fantastic job on setting out the objective for giving a standing ovation for the speaker because it was their first speech. So well done on that. Setting the right expectation gets us the best result. So Toastmaster Rajendra did that very well. Point of improvement again is avoid you. Call out the speaker name or target speaker. My preference is name. All right, I will try to be concise. I know I am running over time. Toastmaster Visas was the speaker 4. Toastmaster Shraddha was the evaluator. I have lots of kudos for Toastmaster Shraddha. I will restrict to she is one of the ideal evaluators in our club. There is to learn from few points of suggestion. So she used the CRC approach. She used target speaker as calling out the speaker instead of the name. I could have preferred the speaker's name. Improvement is don't do the grammarian's role. So grammarian has of doing their role. So if we do the evaluator does the grammarian role, what would the grammarian do? Okay, that's point of improvement. Now, listener, so now auxiliary role players. I believe I have done justice to all the evaluators, and I am not doing justice to the time I know. So apologies for that. Toastmaster first, Toastmaster Shraddha again, our counter well done. The visual aid actually speaks of volumes, so it makes the report concise, punchy, and to the point. So you did fantastic job. Toastmaster Shraddha did fantastic job on that. Well done. Grammarian, I would say he is the star of today's meeting. This is word of the day here. Word of the day here. Word of the day everywhere. So I think so you well done. Give a big round of applause. Really admire the CRC approach used when delivering the speech, highlighting who used the word of the day, then highlighting the important improvement points without calling out the name of who did what. That is the good learning for everyone. That it's avoid calling out the name of the speaker if you are highlighting the improvement areas. We are sharing the learning. We are not here to pinpoint anyone's mistake. Then at the point of kudos, he did call out, Toastmaster Aman called out the name of the speaker who used good grammar. That was well done, yeah, good, well done. Now, listener, auxiliary role player Toastmaster Jagdish, I believe it was his first auxiliary role as the toast listener. I didn't feel like he was doing it for the first time. So let's give him a big round of applause. And he listened to my advice of restricting to 2-3 questions. So that's again a good point. Listener is a good listener. Well done. All right. I think I have done my job. So I will hand over the stage to the presiding officer or Toastmaster of the Toastmaster Chandrika.
We'll have the vote for the big three players as well. So Shraddha would be sending, okay, yeah, she has sent. So let's vote for the big three role players. So big three role players are 3 people. One is who is host of the day, that's me. Then general evaluator Toastmaster Deepak and table topic master, that is Toastmaster Shivini. And also we have a best dressed male and female online people and definitely in person as well. So Shraddha will also send the votes for best dressed male and best dressed female because we also have an award. Sorry?
Yeah, yes, it's inclusive already.
Everyone is.
All 3 poll links have been sent on the group. Best dressed also.
Yeah, the polls are sent. So please vote for best dressed male and best dressed female as well.
Shraddha is a single person.
Yeah. This have you? This is so good. Whenever I try to see people, I can see catharsis. I think so the results of online and in person is clear. We won.
Yeah. I think the kudos to people from online. First class Tejinder has joined from Philippines.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we'll start with the best speakers first. And who do you think is the okay, who is the best speaker? Yeah, it is. It was a tough call, I guess. It's Toastmaster Bhavani. Next is best table topic speaker. Who do you think our best table topic speakers is? Rajinder. Yes, Rajinder. Then we have best evaluator. It's none other than Toastmaster Shraddha. Not coming this week now. Okay, now best auxiliary, sorry, best aux, I was saying two words at the same time, best aux role player. It's catharsis, 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 Toastmaster.
I could thank Bhavani, Toastmaster Bhavani and Shane as well for putting the names here, the word of the day here and there. A lot of, I'll be sharing this with them. Thank you.
And a big best role player. Yeah, Toastmaster Sangeeta. It's weird to write my own name as presiding officer and here. It's like I'm stealing. And I hope we have we got the best dressed male and female votes? Please vote for best male and female dress. All the females here are looking so pretty.
We haven't gotten enough votes.
Yeah,
We
you
haven't
all
gotten
have to
enough
vote.
votes for best dressed female.
Oh my God.
We haven't gotten enough votes for best.
All need a fashion show here, so that
Yes.
There should be one option for all of the
to wake up at 2 o'clock and pack all the gifts. Has everyone voted for best dressed? Online members, have you all voted? Because we don't see. Okay, we have got. Okay, who do you think is the best dressed male? Yes,
Deepak, yeah.
One thing I want to call out, I am proud of my Indian girl. Okay.
For best dressed, have we? Okay, yeah. Who do you think is the best dressed award?
All of you.
All of the is there.
Yes.
It's Rajendra.
Really made my day. Was very good.
And I hope you have all enjoyed. And let's not waste any more time and adjourn the meeting. Thank you for being here. Thank you, online members, as well, for participating. And let's meet next week. Thank you all. I adjourn the meeting.
Thank you.
So, do you want to give someone a chance to speak? Online people, like Satinder, I think he wants to speak something before you end.
Okay,
Because
Master Satinder, did you want to say something?
No, but since he has mentioned, I think, yeah, definitely. I only didn't get the chance to see everybody, but yeah, definitely I'll echo the thought. What I think the grammarian. I mean, his name is Aman. Yeah. So all
Yes.
of the above is the right option to go with. All of the ladies are looking beautiful. Yeah. So that's the.
Everyone who is here actually came on stage.
Although I want to
Toastmaster
say
Ashna was
something.
a little late. Yes. Do we have anything? Anyone else?
Yeah.
We would like to see everyone come there in front of the camera and stand there as a group so that we can at least enjoy the sight of yours.
We can all stand here so that online people can see.
I just reached home.
Yeah. Toastmaster Anmol is there. Can take Okay, Toastmaster Shraddha, can you take a screen grab of the online members as well?
Yeah, I'd
And
request everyone to turn on the camera, please.
Shraddha, unfortunately, I will not be able to.
No worries.
Laksh.
Just a minute. Can you hold? Can you stay there for a minute? It's just lagging. So.
Yeah.
Just...
Aman, come here.
Just checking who all are visible in the.
Sangeeta,
लक्ष्य थोड़ा और अंदर हाँ आगे वाले थोड़ा सा नीचे जा सकते हैं मैं पीछे आ जाऊंगा या परफेक्ट नाउ आई थिंक आप थोड़ा और नीचे आइए आप
Heart emojis, please. Emojis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody's looking very nice. Enjoy. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Enjoy everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
And we have a
Yeah.